think we're under attack.
So in 2001, where were you working? What was your role at that time?
In 2001, I had just returned from my first overseas operational tour in Athens. And I was working in headquarters, and my job was to train Middle Eastern intelligence services in how to carry out counterterrorism operations. And so I had to go to the White House on the morning of September 11th, 2001, with the director of the CIA's Counterterrorism Center, Ambassador Cofer Black. And I walked over to his office to tell him that our car was ready to take us to the White House. And when I got there, his secretary had a small TV on her desk because you couldn't watch TV on your computers back then. And the news was on, and one of the towers of the World Trade Center was burning. And I said, "What happened to the World Trade Center?" She said, "A plane had flown into it." And I said, "Well, you know, that happened once before. In 1932, a plane flew into the Empire State Building, but it was really raining and very foggy that day. It's so clear today. How can you not see that you're flying into the World Trade Center?" And as soon as I said it, the second plane hit. And she turned to me and she said, "Did you see that?" And I ran back to my office and I said, "Guys, 2 planes just hit both towers of the World Trade Center. I think we're under attack." And then the 3rd plane hits the Pentagon. And he came in and he said, "Everybody evacuate, right now, everybody evacuate." Nobody budged. Somebody shouted, "Will someone please lead?" And then finally, a guy said to me, a guy I was standing next to, he said, "There's still a plane in the air, and I think we should probably assume that it's coming here." So my girlfriend, who later became my wife, she was also a senior CIA officer. She met me at my apartment, and we went to the roof and we watched the Pentagon burn for an hour. And I said to her, "This is ridiculous. We have to go back to work." So I walked back to my car, drove across the grassy median, drove back to the CIA, and then I didn't leave for 4 days.
And I guess from that point, it changed everything.
It changed literally everything. Do they not know that our response is going to be 1,000 times what they did to us? And certainly, you know, we spent altogether in the so-called war on terror, we spent $23 trillion, and we killed as many as 2 million people. So it was a failure all around and changed the world permanently.